because Amanda just reminded me. I got too excited. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. But guys, so my name is Malena Schrauben, and I know you guys have probably seen me floating around Facebook. And Stephanie's here with me, and we're going to have a special Yacht Club guest tonight. Melanie Pepper is going to be sharing at the end of the Zoom. So we're super excited, and we're going to ask various people throughout the training to share as well. So hopefully we'll have some great participation. But we have just a really quick presentation that we're going to go through, and then we have some shares, some stories that we want to share with you guys. But we're super excited for this particular training series, just because it's so important to get back to the basics. And it is so important to have a refresher in the basics as well. So I can speak to that. Getting back to the basics when you're in that deception phase and just, you know, grinding it out is really, really helpful. So we're just going to go ahead and kick this off, you guys. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Can you guys still see me? Give me a yes. Give me a something. Yes. Okay, cool. Awesome, you guys. All right, so welcome to Back to Basics Boot Camp. And Stephanie is going to be monitoring the comments while we go through this, you guys. And anything that you want to share, questions that you have, please, please, please use the comment section as much as you possibly can. Shout outs to peeps, anything. But we are so all about honoring your time, and we're going to be here from 8 to 8:30, and then we're out. And if we can't get through all of the information, we will, you know, go live in the Yacht Club page, you know, follow it up with information that we absolutely think you need to get. All right, you guys, so hopefully everybody can see this. Going to give you a second to go ahead and mark those calendars. 3 weeks starting tonight. But every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 3 weeks, guys, September 19th, September 21st, September 26th, 28th, October 3rd, and October 5th, we're going to be doing a basic Zoom training. You know, just, you know, the fundamentals of building an ISA business. And I think, you know, everyone's going to find it extremely valuable. So we're very excited to be sharing. I'm trying to move people around on my screen. Hold on. All right. Okay. All right.
All right, everybody. So here we are, and we have, I can't really see, but if I can scroll through here, I see some wonderful faces. But I've been doing this for, I don't know, a couple years now, and I have really learned the value of showing up for Zooms. And what I mean by that is showing up live in the live Zooms. And there's so much value that can be placed on, you know, the culture that we create here and being able to see each other's faces and collaborate and talk. And hang on. Sorry. And the biggest thing, one of the biggest things too in building your business is your people are only going to do what you do. And I remember when I started, and Amanda was, you know, she was encouraging me to come to Zooms, and I would pop on. She was on all of these Zooms. And when you're a leader, you're going first. And we understand that people have commitments, but you know, put an earbud in if you're at a sporting event or something of that nature, and try to plug in live. It's huge. And inviting your people. I personally will send invites to people. You know, I don't just tag people. I will personally go to their message and invite them. Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Would love to see you on the Zoom tonight. You know, getting your people to Zooms is huge. And lastly, I might be talking a little fast because this is what I do when I get nervous, is there are so many Zooms in, you know, Casey's opportunity page, in the team business page that you guys can plug into to learn. So although this is back to the basics, you know, those opportunities are crucial. So when you can plug into other avenues, that's how Malena and I have learned, is going into all these other Zooms and learnings and trainings on our own time, and showing up and listening and taking notes and doing that. So what am I missing? Anything, Malena, or do you want to add to?
So you guys, Stephanie hit it on the head by saying your people are only going to do what you do. and leaders breed leaders. And so by showing up to these Zooms and inviting your people to these Zooms, that is massive. It's massive, massive, massive. You know, and yeah, this is back to basics, but we can all benefit from the basics. You know, we can all go back to the drawing board. We can all get a fresh perspective. But being there, being that face on the screen for your people to see, you know, I mean, that's priceless. Absolutely priceless. So. You got anything else, Steph?
No.
No? Okay.
I guess I just want to reiterate that, you know, I know that, like we said, going back to the basics and we're trying to start from scratch, but, and I know some of us are always looking for one specific system. And yes, there are things and tools that we all use to help us be successful. But personally speaking for myself, I've learned this from watching multiple Zooms and trainings of people who have gone before me who are successful. Casey, even Schrauben. I mean, I'm going to YouTube. Malena's going to YouTube. I'm watching what they're doing and I'm following. So I think when we say plugging in to learn, it's not just on here, but it's finding other avenues to do that and taking what works for you and applying it to your business.
Yeah.
That's it.
And one of the basics that we're going to talk about, you guys, is plugging in. We're going to do an entire 30-minute Zoom on plugging in. So that'll be awesome. I did just see, Michelle, good question. No, this is just for leaders. This is not for product users. So, you know, they might be a little confused. So I just wanted to address that question in the chat. So, and Steph, if you see any other questions that pop up in the chat, grab them.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that was a good question. Michelle, you're welcome. Awesome. Very cool. So plug it in, people. Do this. All right, you guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit about managing your time. And we are going to talk about this as we go through this Zoom training. But, you know, something that I talk about all the time is that when you're not doing, you are
eating.
Was that? Okay, sorry. When you're not doing, you allow fear to creep in. And fear is an emotion that can literally swallow you whole. And I can speak to that from my heart because when I don't have a to-do list, when I don't feel like I'm accomplishing anything, that fear will creep in and I will feel like I'm failing. I will feel like I'm not connecting to enough people. I'll feel like I'm not achieving, you know, even if I am achieving, you know, fear will kind of come into, you know, my heart, my mind, and it will overtake myself. And when I'm fearful, I'm crippled from helping others and loving on others and sharing with others. So I have my planner here. Tell me if you guys can see this. Can you just see my planner? You guys see that? You can't see it. They can't see it.
I mean, I think that we can see it. We can't see the detail of it.
No. I don't want you guys to see detail. Okay. This is just, it's full. It's full. And, you know, and this is my life, you know, this is not all ISA, you know, and that's something to keep in mind. But, you know, I have to be proud of the fact that I'm a mom of two, that I am a part-time teacher, that, you know, I have a husband that I love dearly. He's very supportive. You know, you have to be proud of all of that, you know, and whatever you can do in the pockets of your day, you need to celebrate it, you know, and whatever it is that you are doing is something that you need to be proud of and you need to acknowledge it. And especially when it comes to your Isagenix business. And Stephanie is going to talk a little bit more about what we're going to talk about, and you're prioritizing what you should be doing each day or each week or in the pockets of your time. But, you know, the one thing that can seriously cripple you and stop you from moving forward, from working hard, and it can really hurt your relationships, is fear. And, you know, and I have talked to a number of people. I have a lot of teachers on my team, and Stephanie and I have a lot of teachers on our team. And the last couple of weeks have been just, you know, that time of fear with an Isagenix business because, you know, well, I'm really busy. I can't do this. You know, I'm stressing out. School is there, you know, and it's and that's fear speaking. And I'm guilty of doing it as well. You know, I've done the same thing. And when you have those moments, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to get a to-do list, to get busy, and to get back to the basics. And that's why we're talking about this training, you guys. We want to show you how you can fill up your planner and fill up your time with to-dos that are so basic, but they're fundamental to building your business. So, Steph, do you want to add to that?
I just want to say, like, you know, you guys have all, you know, seen Casey, or if you've had an opportunity to talk to Casey or be on a Zoom, this really resonates with me because she's someone that I've gone to in the past where I've let, you know, my mindset get in the way. And she's always said, you need to get into action, you know, and keeping in mind that, and I had this experience tonight where I was in that mindset of I've been so busy doing Zooms and 14-day calls and things like that. And I was putting connecting on my calendar and I hadn't done it. And I was like, I just sat down for an hour and I just busted it out. And the relief, the relief there. But other than fear, if I can just touch on this, is comparison. And I just want to put this out there because keeping in mind that we are all different and have different schedules and responsibilities and challenges. Like, I don't have children yet. I'm working a full-time job. Some of you have 2 children. Some of you, you know, you have, it's different. And so when we show you what we're doing, keeping in mind that don't compare what someone else is doing to what you're doing and vice versa, because you need to find the time that works within your schedule to make it work. So that comparison can be, you know, something that you need to eliminate completely, in my opinion.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. And in a few minutes, you guys, we're going to do a couple of shares on how different schedules look different. So, but yeah, Steph, go for it.
Okay. So I know you guys probably can't see mine, and mine isn't as crazy as Malena's is, but this is my planner. So obviously, if you guys don't have a planner already, this is something that you would want to get. But these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about in the next few weeks that I know that Malena and I both are building into our calendar every week. And so obviously we're not going to dive into these. I'm just going to touch on them. So obviously if you have questions, that's going to be normal. We're going to talk about them. But posting on, you know, on your personal page, you know, setting that up, I do that every Sunday, and I get my buffer set up for the week. And I also make sure I'm posting an HIA. Connecting is huge. That is crucial to building your business. You need to be connecting all of the time. That is one thing that needs to be built into your schedule every single week. Fortunes in the follow-up. That's another one. Like this week, I think today on my calendar, I had 3 follow-ups today, 3 connections, and 3-way calls. I know a lot of you have heard that term and are utilizing those. The 14-day call. We're going to just talk about that and how to support your people. Obviously, we kind of talked a little bit about plugging in, but these are all things that are on my calendar every single week. It's okay to not know what some of them are. We're going to talk about them, but what would you like to add?
Yeah, just like what Steph said, you guys, if you're looking at the screen right now and you're like, what's a 14-day call? We're going to have an entire training on a 14-day call and what you should be doing with that. So, we're not going to dive in tonight. We just kind of wanted to kind of lay the road out for what we're going to be talking about, where we're going to be going. Next week, Tuesday, we're going to be focusing on posting. Next week, Thursday, we're going to be focusing on connecting. So, you know, those are just huge things. And we're going to give you golden nuggets on, you know, apps to use, who to follow, where to get the good information, all that good stuff. So it'll be good.
The one thing I think we forgot, and you know, Casey said it before, and that we might want to add on here is, you know, the personal development. And I know sometimes that can go by the wayside at times, but that's something for me that I'll write podcasts into my calendar too. So that's another important thing. Like, your business is only going to grow to the extent you grow yourself. And I've heard that so many times from so many successful people. So that might be another thing that we touch on too as well.
I think we'll probably throw that into plugging in, guys. That counts. Plugging in, like this is personal development right now. This is growing yourself, hopping on this Zoom tonight. So, you know, I think that, you know, we could plug it in there. So awesome. Very cool. Okay, you guys, so we are at 8:15. And I'm a time Nazi, so we're done in 15 minutes. So we are done in 15 minutes. I have kids. No, I'm just kidding. We have lives. So, but this is your most valuable resource, you guys. We are about to, everybody, you know, obviously this is going to be recorded, but write this down. Okay, www.yachtclubfreedom.com. Okay, this is our coaching site, and it is a beautiful thing. I am not going to go through it tab tonight. I'm just going to show it to you. And what we would like you to do is just become familiar with it by next Tuesday. All right. And build into your schedule every single video on this page at some point. So if you have 5 minutes next Monday, watch a video on this website. If you have 10 minutes on Tuesday, take a couple of, you know, seconds and, you know, hop on here, go through a couple tabs. So this was pretty smooth when I did this earlier. So come on, work. There we go. Yes. All right, guys. So here it is. All right. So this is our coaching site, and the first tab is our product users page. And this is where we should be taking all of our new enrollees, guys. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Check this out. All right. And if you are enrolling people, you need to know this information. And you need to bring your people here on their Open the Box calls. At some point, they need to be on this product users tab. Okay. But we are actually going to come back to this site throughout our training. And so we've got sharing with others. And, you know, Amanda and Lindsay, you guys created this site, and it's the bomb. It's amazing. Thank you, girls. So grateful. So thankful for you for doing this. But they literally walk you through the first 15 days of building your business, which is, you know, just massive, massive support. Set up a new member. Okay. There's a business training tab. There's a video on how to transition to associate. I don't know if you guys are anything like me, but without this video, I was tripping over, go and click on the purple button. And, but you know, you can actually watch how to do it. And just great videos, you guys. And you can come here and literally give these videos to your people in personal messages and in emails. And, you know, this is the information. Use the information on this site. Let's get consistent. And the more consistent we are, the faster our businesses will grow. All right. There's an awesome training and social media tab that we'll talk about when we are at posting. We'll talk about creating your brand. And with personal development, we'll talk about motivation. But this site, by next Tuesday, if you will, get familiar with it, all right, and build it into your schedule for next week, you guys, to just really dive in and watch all of these videos. They're so cool. They're so great. It's an awesome, awesome resource. So once again, thank you, Amanda and Lindsay, for building this awesome website. We're forever grateful. And this is, you guys, this is free training. You know, where else in the world are you going to be able to have free training and get paid like we do? Yeah, nowhere. So it's pretty awesome. All right. Mm-hmm. So Stephanie, do you want to add anything right now to this?
Nope. I think Amanda just said, you know, guys, keep in mind, it's, you know, they're still working on the website. They've spent a lot of time doing this. So it's still under construction. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're navigating through here. But to me, it looks beautiful already.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I just wanted to note that.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And we are going to have the beautiful Melanie Pepper, sorry. Melanie Pepper is going to share. And, you know, I'm going to give just a little background. Melanie's my sister. And, you know, obviously I have so much love for her because she's my sister. But she is growing a massive business herself. But she is one of the busiest people in the world that I know. Every ounce of her spread extremely thin. And she's going to share her, I'm going to let her share everything about her.
My everything about me. Hooray. So yeah, I am a little busy. I'm a mom of two. I have a 3-year-old and I have an 18-month-old. I am a full-time teacher. This is my 14th year teaching. I coach men's and women's high school tennis. So I start my school year extremely crazy and I'm go until about the end of October. And then women's season starts in March. and I am go, 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 go until the end of June. I'm married. My husband works for our local TV station, and he literally goes into work when I'm getting out of work. And so there's a lot of times when, in addition to being mom and teacher and coach, I'm also dad. So my time is incredibly limited. But I have built a successful business, and, I'm still working towards doing that. But some of the things that Stephanie and Malena touched on tonight, just you've got to figure out, and I was telling my students this today, like, you got to figure out what's important, and you have to make it a priority. And, that's so crucial in doing this. You have to be fully committed, and you have to be all in. And now that doesn't mean that you have to be working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at Isagenix, because I don't have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I think I probably literally spend, 3 to 4 hours, maybe 5 a week, especially during my busy season. But I maximize my time. I have a planner just like Malena and Stephanie, and everything, my entire life is in there. And, when I have blocked out for connecting with people, I am not surfing Facebook. I am connecting with people, because that's what I have that time for. I use my buffer app, just like Malena and Stephanie were talking about. Get that thing loaded. There's absolutely no reason for not posting. Make sure that you're reaching out an HIA. Those things just you have to be conscientious. They have to be in the forefront of your mind. And because we are busy, obviously, scheduling and calendars are so incredibly important. But I just plug away and I do my due diligence and use the time that I have. And, I've been successful. I mean, God is good, and everything happens for a reason. And so just nose to the grindstone and make it work.
Yes. So awesome. Yay, Melody. Woo! Awesome. So cool. I love it. Awesome. You guys, so I have a little bit of a different story than Melanie, and so does Stephanie. So Stephanie, why don't you go ahead and just kind of share like what your day-to-day looks like? What do you do, Steph?
Well, obviously my story is a little different, especially this summer, and I had a couple of people saying, oh my gosh, you're doing so much. Well, I was not working, at the time. And, I don't have children, so I was, working a lot more hours. So that's where I was talking earlier about that comparison piece. But now that I'm back in work, I am the same way. I'm plugging every single Sunday. I sit down for, 20 minutes and I set up my buffer for the week in my calendar. And I stick to that. And when I say stick to that, because I am 31 weeks pregnant and I was so tired tonight. I wanted to shut down on life. I'm not going to lie, but it said in my calendar, and it's okay to do that. Sometimes you do need to have your time and downtime when your body's telling you, but tonight was one of those nights where I had to push through. It wasn't one of those nights where I needed to revert. So I sat down for the hour when I really wanted to sleep, and I stayed committed to my goals. And I said, I'm going to do this. This is what I said I was going to do. So, I don't know if speaking so much to, we talked about what's in our planner, but the sacrifice piece, and that's a hard one. And, Casey said to me once, yes, there's balance, but sometimes your life is going to be a little out of balance to get where you want to go. And that's kind of how I feel it is a little bit, and making those sacrifices when, you're making the commitment. Live like you want to, what's the saying? Help me out here, but do what you need to do now so you can live like you want to live later. And that's where my focus is. And if I stay focused on my vision, which is also written at the top of my planner, that I rewrite it every single week about why I'm doing this business. When I want to revert and quit, or not quit in my mind, like I'm tired, I want to go to bed, I'd look at that. And I'm doing it for my family and for my son. So that keeps me going. I don't know if that kind of helps, Malena, but I'll let you share yours.
So my story is a little different, you guys. I was able to go part-time this year because of the income that I earned from Isagenix. So, and every time I say that out loud, I choke up a little bit, because I'm just like, whoa, I can't believe that's actually happening. But I have 2 boys that I love very much, 2 and 4, but I am home with them when I'm home. And I mean, Stephanie was over the other day, and I mean, my 2-year-old was crawling all over the kitchen table. He was asking her to eat his snack. I mean, it was just like trying to get work done. It was like, oh, you need to just leave. Just go away, child. But, you know, that's just my life. You know, that's my life. And, you know, I do calls with my kids screaming in the background, you know, at each other. And, you know, but anybody can build this business. I mean, anybody can do this. And, you know, I literally, you know, Casey said something to me one time that, you know, just really struck a chord. And she's like, I built this business on the toilet, you know, and I will take my phone when I'm going to the bathroom and I will make a post because I have 2 seconds of time. And, you know, I just do it. I just make it happen, you know, but I am just as busy as the next person. You know, I don't miss a beat when it comes to my kids. That is something that I vow that I will never do. You know, and I don't want to sacrifice time with them, you know, and so I don't. And so, you know, they are building this business with me. They are on my coattails all the time. You know, we do get-togethers called Find Your Niche Fridays, and we have babysitting because we know we have so many moms on our team. And, you know, somebody said something, one of the top leaders said something to me, or our group, you know, at Celebration, I think it was. And they said, you cannot use your kids as an excuse. You have to use them as a reason. And I had been using my children as an excuse to why I wasn't building my business, you know, and I know we're busy, you know, and I get it. And, you know, and the old me, the old Malena 2 years ago, somebody would have said that to me and I would have been very offended. But what I know that this business can give my family, the time freedom, the financial freedom, it's true. And I can just bring my kiddos right along with me. So, you know, my day is very much, you know, filled to the nines, and my building my business is pockets. I mean, it's pockets. It's like a 15-minute phone call here. It's a 30-minute Zoom here. It's, you know, a phone call here, you know, it's nuts. It's crazy, but I just, you know, suck every ounce of every day out of every day that I can, but I don't lose the time with my kids. So, it's 8:29. So we got to be done. But we are so excited, you guys. And next Tuesday is it that we're kicking it off. We're talking about posting. And I saw a couple of comments about Buffer, and we're going to get you there. We're going to help you with Buffer. We're going to talk about posting, who to follow, what to post, how you should post, what you should be posting on what days, if you're confused or anything like that. And we're going to get you guys running. So, you know, the goal of this, you guys, is just to get everybody into action, you know, and action drives out fear, and action builds your business. No matter what you're doing, as long as you're doing the basics, you're going to be building your business. So I'm excited. I am so loving all the faces. Stephanie, you want to go ahead and drive us home?
I think I just wanted to say that, you know, obviously we're here to support everybody that's in this. You know, we're one team, and I see faces from other places.
Yeah.
And, you know, if there's something that's on your mind, like I'm looking in the group chat, if there's something that's on your mind, and I'm a couple of you I'll reach out to, feel free. Like, you guys can message me at any time. And I know Amanda and Lindsay, and I mean, I'm speaking for you guys, but I know you're great. You do that for me. And Malena are available. So feel free to shoot us a message. Hopefully we didn't go too fast, but we understand the time commitment. And we understand that you guys are doing this in the pockets of your time. And we want to make sure that we honor that and don't keep you on a call for an hour when we told you it would be 30 minutes. So that's kind of been our goal for now.
Yeah.
So we love you all. And I didn't get to see everybody's face, but that's it.
Thanks for showing up, guys. Thank you, Melanie,
Yes,
for
thank
sharing.
you.
You're awesome. So love to everybody, and hop on that website, you guys. Check it out, and we'll see you guys Tuesday, and we'll talk about posting, okay?
Wave or something. Smile.
Smile.
Yeah.
Throw it apart. Woo! All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.